Let's just start it over.
Right, but I'm muting our mics and I'm playing.
Fresh start.
This is the Bill Squire Show.
All right, now we're doing things the right way. And we are here. It's the Bill Squire Show. I am your host, Bill Squire. I'm here with my lovely co-host, AJ DeCosimo.
Hello, love.
And Tommi LC.
Hello, love.
Eating it.
She's back. She's feeling better, but still not great. You've been going through some health stuff lately.
Yeah, migraines.
What can we do to fix you?
A new brain. A
new
vice grip
brain.
for my brain.
Vice grip for your brain. Is your brain loose? Is it wiggling?
I can't crack it. Like, it's the most tense. My migraines start at like the base of my skull.
Okay.
And then just like creep up.
Migraines are brutal.
Yeah, this is like
I've dealt
week
with
3.
them. Luckily, mine aren't painful. They're just the ocular migraines, and they're very rare. I had that incident a few years ago where I lost vision in my right eye. It happened on the radio show. I have a bit about it.
I don't remember that.
You know, like I
Oh,
lost
yeah, he
vision in my
does.
right eye
Nursing.
on the radio, and couldn't see anything.
What was everyone's reaction to that?
Erica's like, Erica was talking about something very sad. It was when Erica was on the show still, about her husband losing his job. And I'm like, well, guess what? I also have a problem. I can't see anything out of my right eye. And I was like, do you want to go home? And it went away after about 3 minutes, did the rest of the show, scheduled a doctor's appointment. The next day went to the doctor, and they're like, go to the emergency room. And so I did, and they ran a bunch of tests, kept me overnight, and you don't know this bit?
I don't know this bit.
And I go, the nurse
He's
brought
gonna
in a
bring that.
pamphlet that said basically, here's how you deal with a stroke. And I was like, did I have a stroke? And and the bit is, I go, did I have a stroke? And she was a good nurse, and she was like, so yeah, no stroke. It was an ocular migraine, or there's a bunch of words for it, but it wasn't a stroke. And I've had, I think, 3 since, and that was about 4 years ago now.
I looked back at my text messages that just mentioned migraine. And I
Yeah.
think it was like literally almost every month this year I've had one, which they've been controlled like the last few years. But my body is not
Marie
responding
says
to this
that
stuff anymore.
Botox helps a lot.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Not yet, because this is doing these injections are the next step.
Okay.
And then if those don't work, then they can request for Botox.
Okay.
I could do it out of pocket, but to get insurance to cover it,
yeah.
Botox, more like Hotox.
I get Botox in my forehead.
Do you?
Yeah, but there's different spots for the and-
Kalia, she says, I want to use a drill bit to release pressure from my brain, if
Yes.
that counts. So she's
yes.
she's dealt with some.
Oh,
my
yeah.
mom's dealt with them a lot too. It's miserable.
Yeah.
So thank you for toughing it out and being here.
Yeah, I know.
Because I know you
do
don't feel
a lot
like
better,
the best, but you're not. You know.
I miss you guys.
We miss
We miss you too. I mean,
Right.
I'm a little fucking pissed at you right now.
Why?
Well, you'll
What?
see. You'll see.
I'm a little mad at you.
He's a little mad at you. I want to get into that. We'll get into that. I know you're fucking fired up about
I'm
it.
fiery.
Fiery.
What did I do?
drove
We'll
here
get to it. We'll get to it.
in a rage.
I'm sorry I've been sick.
No, that's not why I'm mad at you.
All right. Should we just jump right into it?
It's your show, Bill.
All right. Let's jump into it.
It is the Bill Squire
All
show.
right. AJ, do you want to kind of lay this out for
I, for one, take plagiarism very, very seriously. Okay.
I don't write. so I
Intentional
can't-
or not? Intentional or not?
Okay.
I take it very, very seriously. Someone works really hard on an intellectual property that should be protected. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, we
You're
talked
not
about that
wrong, but
last
you can
week.
get
Am I
fucking-
wrong?
We talked about that last week.
Tommy,
we did-
would you agree?
I would agree.
Well, your
yeah.
actions say otherwise.
Well, what have I done?
Well, all right, here comes the review.
I've been looking at some of your photos on Instagram, and I'm like, I wonder where she got this from. I wonder where she got that idea from. No, we're not done. This, if it's like one time, that's like one thing. But when you start noticing a pattern,
Right.
right?
trying to
That's
find a
when it
good-
becomes an issue. Like one time I can like dismiss it, I'll let it go.
Right.
You know, I was always told it was just like, let the first offense slide. Maybe they didn't do it on purpose.
Mhm.
But then you start like going, do we have any more?
Yeah, here's another one.
What the hell's happening? I was really hungry. I wanted some donuts, some delicious donuts, doughed nuts. And I was super hungry. Like, look at how hungry I look.
Yeah, hold on. Let me make it bigger
AJ,
real quick.
yeah.
Yeah, look at how hungry he is.
Oh, look at me.
He's so hungry.
Look at those. You know what I call? You know what the photographer captioned that? Hungry eyes.
Hungry.
Ooh, that's
eyes.
a good caption.
I know, right?
All right.
Yeah.
You got another
Right?
one
We
here?
have a shit ton.
This is a kind of a lot, Tommy.
I know.
This is the third one.
Guys,
What?
has it been you reporting my picture?
Is it what?
Is this you that's been reporting my pictures?
No, I've been reporting them to God.
That face.
I know,
Oh.
right?
It's
The
so
lioness
good.
Yes.
that roams the jungle. The jungle.
Is that what this one's called? Is lioness?
The
You look good in
lioness.
a collar, AJ.
Yarr, what?
You look good in a collar.
That's what all the boys tell me. Well, let's go to the next one.
All right, let me get to the next one.
Oh,
No.
that's me. That's submissive sissy boy, is what the photographer labeled that one. What the hell, Tommy? I don't think we're done yet.
Those are the ones that I have.
I thought I gave you some more.
Oh, let me wait. Maybe. Hold on.
What?
Oh,
What
these
the?
are. Yeah, hold on. There's more.
What the
You
hell?
have really good concepts.
I have really good taste.
Here's
What
another.
the hell is happening here? Look at that. That one's oops.
Wait, where'd you get
Oopsies.
your wig from?
Where'd I get I got the wig store.
Yeah.
The pink wig store.
What-
Wigger, please.
Yeah. I got it from Ollie's Bargain Outlet. And what about this? What the hell?
I'm a fan of Easter, okay?
I call that the Lioness Part 2 with a bunny.
You can be a fan of Easter without ripping off what AJ's already done.
What
on
the
Easter.
hell's your problem? You and your
AJ,
photographers.
No.
Tommy, what the fuck?
Tommy?
AJ,
What?
I think you're ripping off me.
You think I'm ripping off you?
Well,
Yeah.
these are.
Oh, wow. Wow. The audacity.
I'm sorry, AJ.
Can I have my
The
monitor back?
nerve.
I'm sorry, AJ. I'll never take an
Well,
idea from you
no,
again.
no. Don't just apologize. If you are saying that he's ripping you off, then we got some serious shit to figure out here.
The audacity.
All
the
right,
nerve.
AJ,
What?
when
Accept
did
my
you
apology.
take these photos?
Those are from my high school yearbook.
That's
They are-
okay. Tommy,
When did you take those photos?
your photos?
Not in high school.
Not in high
Oh.
school. Well,
When did you graduate high school?
2008.
I graduated in 2007.
I
The year
think-
before you. Did you take them in 2006?
were these from 2006, Tommy?
No, guys.
I need you to really to dial it back.
Yeah.
You're coming at me with this heat, this hostile, violent heat.
So
I don't
here's,
see the
here's what
resemblance.
I think
if I'm
happened.
being honest, I
I'm
don't
gonna
see
be
a
the judge.
resemblance.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
see a
make a
resemblance.
ruling
What
here.
about our A+ knockers?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to make a ruling here.
Okay.
I will be the impartial judge.
Mm-hmm. Who did it better?
Well, we'll get to who did it better,
Okay.
but first we got to give it to whose intellectual property it was. And I don't want to say that you stole anything
I don't
in this
steal.
situation, but I do want to say
Took without
that
asking.
from the evidence that we have here today, it looks as though these pictures are from AJ's
High school
senior
yearbook.
pictures
They're my senior pictures.
in high school. And Tommy, I don't know if you want to call it a tribute, but it looks like you stole his senior pictures and then tried to sexualize them.
I know. That's the thing that really bothers me.
Because when you look at
Somebody's
those
gotta
pictures
do it.
with AJ's face,
Right.
you're not thinking about sex at all.
No.
Not even, you
No,
don't
they're
want
innocent.
sex to exist.
They're,
I mean,
well,
you
I
don't
wouldn't.
know.
I wouldn't go that far.
You
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
go with
I
you
don't-
wouldn't want sex to exist.
I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit, but that's okay. I understand.
Well, you're young for one,
Right, I'm young.
and two, they're innocent. It's like
Right,
looking.
they're innocent.
It's like Ann Getty's.
Right, there's.
It's like looking at a little baby dressed up as a sunflower.
It's like a little babe. I'm like a cherub.
Mm-hmm.
With a little
You
heart.
did grow
I don't
pretty
know-
good facial hair for being you're probably 17, right?
I was 11.
11.
I
You're
graduated
11 is
early. I graduated early.
Damn.
Yeah, I graduated very early. I graduated when I was 11 and a half. It's pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy. Yeah.
I want you to defend yourself, Thomas.
All right, Tommy.
I
would
don't-
like to hear your. I mean, I haven't made my full ruling. Those are just
Mhm.
things that I've gleaned from the situation. Your defense.
There's a huge trend right now.
I object.
Okay.
There is a
Let-
huge
Let the woman speak. All right.
there's a huge trend with movies like making a female version. Like the most recent I can think of was Hellraiser.
Okay.
That's what I was doing with your photos. I just wanted to bring another side
But you could have asked.
to the photos.
You could have asked.
What did you consent is also very big right now. You're talking about trends.
You're fucking A right, Bill. Consent is really big right now.
I've been in a migraine daze the last 3 weeks.
Consent is
okay.
so sexy right
So
now.
maybe
Is it?
yeah.
So you're using
Consent
the
is
migraine
sexy.
defense
Yeah.
that you stole these or
I
did a
non-consensually-
tribute.
yeah.
You did a female tribute
Yeah.
recreation to honor
yeah.
AJ
Yeah, and his talent
and his
and
talent.
beauty.
You did sexualize him a
grace.
lot though, because
I
like
didn't
I
mean
said,
to. How am I sexualizing them?
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing that bothers me.
My faces are the only thing different in those
That there
photos.
are derelicts out there masturbating to my the same intellectual property that my mother has pictures of on her mantle.
you know what? I would actually,
might be another
I would actually
problem.
count that as a point of pride.
You and I are going to see it differently. We're going to agree to
I don't think we
disagree.
should. I think we should see it the same way.
I get that you're
I-
trying to make me feel better, Bill, but I'm pretty angry at the moment.
What do you need from me, AJ?
I just want you to say you're sorry. That's it, because you are my friend and I adore you. You're one
I
of my
adore you
favorite
too.
people, but it
have an
does
idea.
hurt. And I know you hurt the people you love sometimes.
It's you always.
I would like to see.
A fist fight.
Yes. No. Let's do. I would like to see a recreation of some of his less sexual pictures.
Okay.
Maybe the best way to do this.
do I
is-
need to have
I think you need to do an AJ photo shoot where you dress almost exactly like AJ,
Oh, okay.
beard
Make
and
it
all.
sexy.
Don't make it sexy.
Oh.
Make it.
Oh, okay.
Make it.
AJ.
Make it AJ.
Whoa. You're insinuating I'm not sexy.
You
That's
said
a-
that, not me.
I kind of said
No,
that.
he kind of said
Yeah.
it. He said that,
Not
not
me.
me. No,
Or
Or
how about this?
slut man.
What if you guys do a slut man? That's a
that's a great
choose
idea.
Yeah.
I
think a slut man is the way to go. I think Tommy does a slut man, and
I mean, I can't sing, so it'll be
You
just
can
a
lip
slut
sync.
man
I would
photo.
sing in all of
yeah,
them.
Yeah, you can lip sync it.
I would be so moved, and it would be such a touching apology
Yeah.
if you did a slut man video, and you said, and you preface it by saying, AJ, I'm so very, very sorry. You are the nicest, most handsome, loving, nurturing friend anyone could ever ask for.
Okay.
That would make me feel better.
We could do that. I could make
No,
that
All right.
you can do that.
I
Yes.
can make that happen.
Okay,
I
well,
will.
that's-
Okay.
I will.
That's how you
yeah.
will pay your penance for
Yes.
stealing his intellectual
I
property.
mean, don't do it if you if
Borrowed.
you don't really
Borrowed.
want to.
No, I do. We
Don't
should.
do
we
it
should,
if you don't really want to.
I want to.
You want
Now,
to.
Yes.
sometimes AJ shows his butt when he does slut man, and I don't know if you need to go with that.
You don't have
Well,
to.
yeah,
You don't have to. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
This isn't sexual. This isn't I'm not asking you to create fat FAP content
Oh no, I didn't think
because
it
you
was.
get paid for that.
Yeah.
But you know what? But you also get paid for my intellectual property.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
not
I
going to
mean-
get paid for this.
And
This
you're
will
not
just
asking
be
for any financial compensation.
No.
You just want to make things right.
moral support.
I just want.
Watching Slut Man.
You know what? You know what gets my dick harder than attractive.
I don't
OnlyFans
know.
Models?
I don't know.
Justice.
Justice. Okay.
Justice gets me hard.
You,
too.
you have a Batman justice boner.
Yeah.
Do you think Batman comes to justice?
Yeah, I
Nah.
think so.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, I'm gonna fucking get whoever
Yeah.
killed my parents.
Well,
If
and that's
my
why,
parents are-
he doesn't finish off the Joker because that's his edging.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
He's like, ooh, I'm gonna let you run. I'm gonna let you go.
Oh, all right. Well, I think we settled that. So, for those people listening or watching that aren't aware of Slutman is a character that AJ does that plays guitar, covered in shaving cream, sometimes sings. You can see a few of them on his social media on Twitter and Instagram, and they're very artsy, very artsy. So Tommy's gonna do a version of her tribute of Slutman to kind of make things right.
Yeah.
What
It'll be
if
fun.
that ends up being the cure for your migraines?
It
the menthol
might be.
like seeps into your body
Yeah.
and goes, ooh, I'm gonna cool the pain away.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is.
I think it's gonna.
Slut Man might be the cure.
So yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your apology. I
I'm
accept your
sorry.
apology.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay.
Tommy, were you able to get any
No.
memes? Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
All
I was
we were
trying-
gonna bring back Tom memes.
I have
but
like
you've been-
absolutely nothing
Yeah.
saved
Yeah, no
because
problem.
of this haze, and I tried finding some and I couldn't.
Okay, no worries. No worries. We're gonna be flying by the seat of our pants a
Yeah.
little bit this week.
My bad.
We were supposed to have a guest in, and then he
Oh.
got sick, so he couldn't
Who
make
was the
it.
guest?
Dave Sherrill. He's
Oh.
he's on Instagram and TikTok as Dave Ruins Art, and he's very funny. And he used to do stand up, and was very funny. And he's got a shop in Canton, and he does these different all sorts of art. But one things he does is he paints. He'll find a painting at a thrift store, and then he'll paint
Oh yeah.
Star Wars into it, or Jason Voorhees or something.
Oh,
he
that's
kind of
cool.
does these different
There's a
sort
great
of
artist
type
called
things.
Wayne White that does something similar.
yeah.
He's really
And
cool.
and then Dave does a bunch of other stuff too. He went viral. What was the one he went viral for? Pretty big, but he does some very cool stuff. And definitely check out Dave Ruins Art on TikTok and Instagram. And he should be here next week.
Okay.
And I'm excited to have him in. But because of that, and then doing the radio show, I didn't get to really prep a lot today. But I did want to talk about the Guardians,
yeah.
the Cavs, maybe a little bit the Browns. We can talk a little bit more about Batman. You know, we always talk. We talk a lot about Batman and
Yeah.
Black Panther. There's some Marvel news too
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we can get to. So we can. But did you guys have anything? I know you were sick all week, Tommy, or not sick, but not feeling well. But have you had any adventures? Any Halloween time fun or
Literally nothing.
nothing?
Nothing. I've been sleeping.
Just sleeping.
Yeah.
And
I'm
AJ,
So sorry. I'm so boring this
No,
week,
it's
guys.
okay, it's okay. AJ, you were at the movies the other night.
Yeah.
What'd you see?
Bros.
Bros. Oh, you're the you supported.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
It was funny.
Uh-huh.
Here's the problem I had. I
Yeah.
thought that Billy Eichner's boyfriend
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
He should have been the main character.
Okay.
I like Billy Eichner
Yeah.
a lot. He was so hard to root for
Really?
in that movie.
Why is that?
He was just a dick. I'm like, I kind of want you to be alone. This guy is better than you. Like this guy is
Okay, so lay out
so
the plot.
much nicer.
Yeah, so lay out the plot.
Okay, so Billy Eichner's character is like this podcaster that and I want to say I adore Billy Eichner. Like he is one of the funniest human
He's
beings
very funny. Billy on the
I've
Street is
ever
awesome.
seen.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like this podcaster, and his show is about the history of LGBTQ plus history.
Right.
and he gets this new job as like the head curator of a new LGBTQ plus museum in New York. And he tries to find a way to tie everything into that. Like everything is about LGBTQ plus history.
Right.
And it's just like cool. But like it's kind of like, have you ever known a friend that's like really into something?
Right.
But then they always try to find a way to make it about them or the things they're into.
I definitely know people that always try to make things about them.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
definitely a
he's
thing.
just always
Very
trying.
narcissistic, very egotistical, and then also with complete disregard for like anything else that exists in the world.
Yeah, it
And
just
that can be very unnerving.
I'll tell you what, remember we did an episode a couple months back about the traditional rules of a rom-com
Yeah.
versus what's a funny romance versus a good rom-com.
Yeah.
This falls under rom-com.
Yeah.
It follows the rules of a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
But with gay men. It's funny at times, but like I said, I couldn't root for Billy. Like by the time it ended, I'm like, I don't want.
He wasn't like the down and out character that you usually root for.
I didn't sympathize with
Yeah.
him at all. Everybody surrounding him was great,
Yeah.
but I just thought
So
was
he
a
was
jerk.
like he was like his own worst enemy kind of rom-com.
Sort of, but like he was just kind of
A
like
dick.
yeah, he was just kind of a jerk.
Mhm.
Like I don't know, and like I don't know. I just had a really hard time rooting for him. Is all. And by the time the movie ended, I thought the funniest dude in the movie was his boyfriend.
Yeah.
The really jacked rip guy.
Who played his boyfriend?
I don't know,
Let me look it up
some
real
guy. He was really funny. Like there's a
So the boyfriend is who he's after, or they end up together, or
So do you want me to spoil it? Spoiler alert.
yeah. I don't
Okay.
think it's much of a spoil.
Okay, so what it is
Luke McFarlane.
yeah, he Billy Eichner is, like I said, this podcaster fella, and he meets this guy at a nightclub, and this guy's kind of like not really into monogamy, but he's like really nice. Like, he's really nice. And he's just like, hey, he's like trying to let him down. But Billy Eichner, I feel like Billy Eichner just annoyed him into loving him back. Have you ever like been in a relationship or dated somebody where you're just like, okay,
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
I'll do it.
Yes,
Fine.
of course.
Like that's kind of how like the impression I got, except he was like so sweet and so nice. And Billy was like, why won't you just talk to me? It's like, because you're yelling like in my face.
Yeah, why not just be a little more chill about it?
Yeah, it's like he brought like I like Billy on the street, like Billy Eichner, but he's loud, obnoxious, and in your face.
But it's a character for that.
Right, it's a
Purpose.
character
It's
that's
intended.
You
for
don't
that
want
purpose.
that as the lead in a
When you
rom-com.
bring that character into a movie, I'm like, this is such an unlovable. And they even go into that. He's like, why am I not lovable? And then the dude's
So they
just
weren't
like,
aware of it.
yeah, but it just didn't.
But it still didn't,
It didn't-
click, yeah.
There wasn't enough of him being an actual real life human being.
Yeah. You never got the walls down kind of
Yeah,
thing. It was always
There were moments where they tried,
yeah.
but there was like this really funny thing where Billy Eichner's character tries doing steroids to get jacked. And he like walks into the museum. There's like this subplot where they're trying to open this wing called Lincoln Was Gay in the LGBTQ thing. And even the gay people in the movie are like, I don't think Lincoln was gay. They're like, there's not enough evidence to support this. So they decide, like, this is towards the end of the movie, they decide that they're not going to open the Lincoln is Gay wing. And Billy Eichner gets real mad, and he like throws something at something. He's like, I'm so mad because I'm on steroids.
So it's definitely it sounds like it's funny enough to like check out.
It's funny. It's funny. I would recommend it. Like, it's not a bad movie. I just didn't like the ending. I'm like, I don't want this guy
To have a happy ending? Is that?
Not that I don't want Billy Eichner's character to have a happy ending. He's charming. He's great. I wanted this guy could have done better. The boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you do so much better.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like,
I feel that way about not just movies, but a lot of people just in my everyday life. I'm like, oh, you're them.
Right.
You could do
You could
so
do
much
better.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not because Billy Eichner's unattractive
No.
or anything. It's just his
It was his
personality.
personality,
Oh,
yeah.
It was
no, it's
so
not
I
just
think a lot
unattractive.
of that is. I think there's a lot of
most
people
of the time, I feel
that
like.
have garbage personalities and they're just getting by on their looks, and it's nice to be one of those people that's
Yeah.
the opposite.
It had one of the funniest sex scenes I've ever seen in my life. There's like a scene where Billy Eichner and this dude, they're kind of like trying to muscle each other around. And it was like really funny.
That reminds me of Riley's bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
No. Like they even go into it. Like Billy Eichner is kind of like talking about, I don't get like, it's like, yes, we're gay. We love just like you guys. We're all this, but we're not the same.
Yeah.
He's like, we're not the same. We have sex different. We're different. We're not the same. We're not
Right.
like you. And it was sort of like, okay, it was sort of like a glimpse into, because I'm not no matter what my dad says, I'm not a gay guy. All right, I'm not.
So there is a reason he was stopped talking to you, but
Right.
Yeah, so damn. Okay.
that's just a bit, by the way. He,
Yeah.
AJ has
Right.
probably the most healthy relationship with his parents on this show.
I think so.
Yeah.
But no, like there were like things I'm like, oh, if this is a part of gay, I didn't know this.
Mhm.
I didn't know this because, like I said, I mean, I have plenty of gay friends, but I don't like the same way. Like we don't talk graphically about sex with each
Right,
other.
yeah.
No, not really.
I think
I don't do like so. I don't share that stuff with anybody but the person I'm having
Yeah, I
sex
don't-
with.
right, but
it's
most
weird.
dudes don't, and I think that that's like a misconception. I think a lot of the women that in my life have been around is like, oh, you probably tell all your dude friends.
So I saw like a weird post about that not that long ago about like girls thinking that, and I've never thought that way.
Yeah,
in
but
my
it-
life.
I've
I
told-
guess it is a big thing that
yeah, a lot of chicks
women
think,
just think that.
a lot of women
talking-
think that
talking
like
shit.
dudes just like are like super graphic with their like sex lives, and that's just not really the case.
Yeah.
The
I
most we ever
I know
get-
some people that will tell their stories, but I think that's like it's not the people that I hang out with for sure.
Yeah, but I
Like-
think that
like
but even
if
so,
my friend tells me, like I'm thinking of a specific friend right now, and like if he tells me that he hooks up with a girl, he will just say we banged or we didn't, and
Right.
that's like kind of as far as it goes.
Right.
Or maybe he'll be like, yeah, she sucked my dick or something like that, but it's never like we did this and then I went down on it. It's
Yeah.
never like a play by play. It's
like,
always just like
literally this
this
is what it
just
is. This is what it is. I'm
happens.
seeing somebody that Bill knows.
Mhm, Yeah.
After the show one day, we were getting on the elevator and Bill goes, we were just me and him. He was just like, so you still hanging out with Alex? I'm like, yeah. He's like, did you fuck her? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah.
And that was it.
That was it.
And that was it.
That was it.
And I haven't talked about it since because
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
haven't
okay,
really talked
now
about
I
it.
know you guys have sex.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I
And
just
that's-
thought that's the norm too.
Yeah.
I know, but a lot of people don't. They're probably like, you're probably just telling all your dude. It's just like, no, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Well, because it is.
Do you think? I don't.
I
know.
think there's a lot of girls
100%.
that will definitely like go in more detail. I don't know. if
Every
it's-
time I've ever been with somebody and they're just like, oh, I bet you're telling all your dude friends about this. I'm like, no, but you saying that means I know you're telling all of your friends. about
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if somebody brings it up, you're 100% right. They're probably in that.
Yeah.
Like the only time, like I remember. I mean, usually it's just like one detail. Like I remember.
dirty deets, that's not a thing. The dirty,
Like I don't.
the
Yeah. I
deets.
don't get into like details. I just be like, oh, this is what happened. Like someone be like, did you hook up with this girl? I'm like, no, we just kind of fooled around.
Yeah.
Or like,
And I know what that means.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if I when you started seeing Danny,
Mhm.
if I would have been like, hey dude, what she like what she like,
Right.
that would have been weird.
Yeah, it'd be-
That would have been weird. Be like, I'm not telling you
Solid,
that.
yeah.
Get
and
outta
also
here.
like, I don't know. Good. Like, it's,
You'd be like, no,
it's
dude,
good
tell me.
Sex.
He's like,
yeah.
did you fuck her in the butt? Like, like what? I don't need to know that.
Right.
I can infer that.
It's it's a thing that I think maybe that's also like younger, and I wasn't having sex when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So like the locker room talk, that was never me.
Hey, dude, I got a hand job from her in chemistry. She jacked me off.
Well, like that, but then I do tell some stories on the air, but it's only when they're funny.
Right.
Like the
There has
gazebo
to be-
story
yes.
is funny because I made out with a girl and then like she basically put my hand down her pants to be like, hey, let's do this right now. And I was like, all right, that's funny. But it's not like I'm trying to tell that story as a brag.
Right.
It's just
A funny
hilarious
story.
to finger somebody by a gazebo after a bar crawl.
Yeah.
It's just, it's
Funny stories are different.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like that's a different thing.
Yeah. Well, I just told a story about we were talking about someone brought up, have you ever accidentally got some poop in your mouth? And I sure did. One time having sex with a girl, I was grabbing her butt, kind of playing with the beehole a little bit. Didn't realize there was something back there.
No.
Went to wet the fingers to then go to and then as soon as my hand went in my mouth, I was just like, no.
Did you stop?
Yeah, I had to stop. I threw up. I threw up in the sink. It was so gross.
Did she know you? Hold on. Did she know you puked in the sink?
Yes, she heard it.
How did she respond?
She was very embarrassed.
Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sad.
It was
this like
sad.
was this a relationship?
This was a relationship.
Okay, at
Yeah.
least
Like
at least it wasn't
we
just
worked
like-
through it, but it was still a real fucking bummer.
And see, here's the thing too.
Yeah.
Whenever we tell each
You
other
gotta
stories
wipe
like
your
this,
ass, lady.
we're never gonna. Well, I don't think it's quite that. Everybody wipes their ass. For the
Yeah,
most part.
it wasn't
It was
like there was.
probably like just
It
a
wasn't
little
like
bit of
there was
poop.
chocolate pudding on my fingers. There was just enough swass and stuff that it was.
What did it taste? I've never tasted poop.
It's the worst taste. I can't even really describe it, but it's fucking horrible.
Does it taste like it smells or worse?
Probably.
It's worse. It's weird because
Oh.
like there's a yeah, like it's I can't
don't
even
like
describe
that.
it.
Oh my god!
But it's the worst.
Give me her. I want to taste her poop. I
All
want
right.
to see if I know if I can.
Just taste your own girl's poop.
Whoa, dude! Stop making it weird.
You know you could
All
get
right.
paid for your poop, like to send it into places.
Maybe you can.
But you have to have
Yeah.
specific like
diet.
certain
stuff, yeah.
kinds that they're like looking for, but you can make money off that shit.
I want to do
Literal
that.
shit. That was not intentional.
How much
Yeah.
can you make off of that?
I
I wonder.
forget, but
Hmm.
Google
Probably
it.
Sevens of dollars.
Yeah,
Sevens of dollars.
dozens of
Oh,
dollars
you
a
said
year.
sevens of dollars.
Sevens of dollars.
That's so crazy. I'm sorry you got poop in your mouth.
Yeah, it's all right.
Have you ever had an embarrassing thing happen to you when you were in?
Yeah, what's your funny
What is it?
sex story?
Do you have a
in
funny
the sex?
Yeah, in the sex.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
what's those-
sure there's got to be more, but one time, like when Brandon and I were having sex, I was in the middle of saying, "Oh my god," and I just stopped after "Oh my," and like it just stopped at "Oh my,"
And it just
and
sounded
we both
like
just started like
laughing.
cracking.
I
up
like a
laughing, yeah.
good laugh during sex.
Oh yeah, I
from
do.
time
Yeah.
to time.
Hell
I
yeah.
love it.
There's especially when you're
yeah.
like comfortable enough with someone that you know you can say something kind of funny and it's not going to ruin things.
Right,
Like you can
yeah.
be like just kind of in the moment and do something silly and they're just like okay with
This
it.
is what it is. Yeah.
I was having sex with a girl one time, and I'm like on top of her, and I'm like, I like have like behind her head. I'm like,
Oh, okay. I was
doing
like,
that,
are you
yeah.
cradling her like a
and
baby?
like as I'm fucking her, I whisper in her ear, you've always been like a father to me.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I love you.
That was
AJ.
that was enough sex for the rest of that evening.
Yeah, and everybody
We
came
didn't
at that
last.
time. Yeah.
Damn, I gotta think if there's any.
Did you ever
that's
accidentally
funny.
poop on someone?
No, I've never
No.
had any shit.
I've had that happen to me a
incidences
couple
or
times.
pee.
Yeah, some
no
people shit
incidents.
on you.
No, not like on accident. Like you're going, you
Yeah.
play anal sex
Yeah.
games,
Yeah,
you
you
win
know
anal
what you're
sex
getting. Yeah,
prizes.
you know what
Yeah.
you're gonna get into.
You know,
Yeah, I've
what I
had
mean?
a little bit of that. The old shit dick.
Yeah, it's common.
It happens.
No one needs to be embarrassed
I mean,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah. That it's literally an asshole.
Yeah.
Eh,
Play anal sex games, win anal sex prizes. That's what I say.
precisely.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, so I don't mind a little silliness with sex, but
Can we name the episode "You Play Anal Sex Games, You Win Anal Sex
Yes.
Prizes"?
that'll probably get flagged. But
That's a
Oh,
really
that's right.
long.
it's AJ versus Tommy right now.
Oh, that's
because
right.
Of the
Oh, because of her
Oh.
fucking bullshit.
yeah.
You said.
I said
we were-
what?
You said that we were gonna make this.
We
okay.
are gonna
Yeah,
make
we're
this
gonna
right.
yeah, there's we have a plan. In
But
place.
here's the thing. In order to make something right, you have to atone.
She's going to.
I know she
Shave
is,
my
but she
head.
hasn't yet.
Okay, well, you got to give her a
There's
chance.
a penance
Can't
Yeah.
do it right this
that
moment.
needs to be paid
It will be.
in blood. No, I'm kidding. You can keep your blood. Have you-
You get to keep your blood, Tommy. How do you?
Yeah.
That's got to make you happy.
By the way, I just want to throw my 2 cents into the whole is squirt pee discourse.
Okay, yeah,
It's pee.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Like squirts.
Well,
pee.
that's like there's studies done now. It's pee.
Yeah, it's pee.
Not only though, is it? I don't know what.
There's
the
a little bit of
latest
discharge
studies.
that isn't pee, but it's mostly pee.
Eh,
Mostly pee. And you know what?
I don't even know. I
don't
haven't
don't
kept
care.
up.
I don't care.
I've been
Haven't
with the
kept
girls that do it, and it's fine because it's never.
Yeah,
do
I
whatever you
don't
gotta do.
know
I
that
don't
it
care.
is, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that it is within it, but is there new?
I don't know.
Well, there
I
was a
just saw-
study that was just done by this guy, and he was giving women dyes so that you could tell that it was
Urine.
Urine.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know if he was injecting it into their urethra or what.
Mm.
I think it was something they would drink, and it would still show up as pee. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
but definitely have been with girls that have.
It
They
would be funny
release.
If the dude was like
Oh,
running
yeah.
a test and he just like lays down on the floor. He's like, all right, go. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you have a camera or something? He's like, nah.
Nope.
I'm
ready.
My eyes are
Yes.
the tester. My
Yeah.
eyes and mouth.
Mouth.
Oh, we lost a bunch of viewers on that.
Oh, did we?
Oh, they're
That's
like,
fine.
"Ew,
That's all right.
disgusting.
Not for everybody. Plus, we're getting close to Guardians game. So,
Yeah.
you think we can beat the
No.
Yankees?
No.
You don't think so?
No,
I think
no,
we're
no.
losing in 4.
4.
I think we're gonna lose.
So we'll win 1.
Yeah, we'll win 1. 4-1,
Hmm.
or 3-1. Yeah.
Thank you for showing up, Edgar.
They're just
want to go
not-
back and watch from the beginning because
Thank you.
there's a lot of
Yeah,
good
you missed a
stuff.
lot.
You missed a lot.
Missed a lot, Edgar.
Mhm.
No, dude, they just.
You don't know.
I think the starting pitching is a wash.
Yeah,
We got a better bullpen.
but
The
they have
Yankees do.
just the
They're just the
that they
bats
have.
are just crazy. And who wins the game? Who wins the game, Tommy? You don't even watch baseball. Who wins the game?
The bats.
Whoever scores the most runs. The bats.
I don't know. You said bats. So was he said.
The bats. The bats.
the only thing we can
freaking
hope for.
bats.
I mean, because it is baseball, and our guys do have a lot of. I'm still hoping we can pull off the upset. It would be.
It'd be
It
great.
almost feel like winning the World Series just getting past the Yankees. That'd be incredible.
Baseball's that only sport where it's just like I don't like if my team wins a World Series, great. But like I'm not devastated if they don't. It's a long season.
So many
It's a long
games.
season, yeah.
It's such a long season, and
Well,
like,
this
that's not
team
the be-all, end-all.
overachieved so
Yeah.
much. So I'm already thrilled with this season. And that's when like Yankee fans were. I saw like a post and they were like talking all this shit, and I was like, guys, we weren't even supposed to be here. So fuck you.
Yeah.
You guys are paid like that team is paid so much money. If they don't win the World Series, it's always a failure. But the Guardians being where they're at is above and beyond where they're supposed to be.
I rewatched Moneyball last night. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I love Moneyball.
Have you ever seen Moneyball?
I just
have
watched it a
not.
few months ago.
It's a great.
I think I
movie.
watched it at the beginning of the baseball season because that gets me into baseball.
into it. Yeah. You watch Moneyball. Even if you don't like baseball, that's a great movie.
Mhm.
I enjoy
Um,
baseball. I just don't. It's too much to
Yeah.
commit to.
It's it shows how in the early 2000s there was this general manager for the Athletics named Billy Beane. Baseball's an unfair game because there's rich teams and there's poor teams. And Billy Beane found out a way to use math instead of a giant payroll. He like what was it Jonah Hill's character said in it? He was just like, you guys are focused on buying players. What you should be focused on is buying wins. And in
Yeah.
order to buy wins, you need to buy runs.
Yeah.
So, which I'm like, oh wow, I like it. It just
It's
shocked me.
It's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And it's the one see with baseball, I think analytics works a lot better than with football.
because it's so mathematically based.
Yeah.
But there are things that like that you can't quantify in baseball. Like you can't predict once the ball is in play.
yeah, how
you-
people are going to field it, how it's going
to be fielded. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like you can't really predict that. Like the bounce of the ball.
Hmm.
You know.
There is that, but it's also that's why October baseball, playoff baseball, is so
Anything can
exciting
happen.
because anything can happen. And Edgar just said that baseball is the best because you literally can't predict. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
really predict any sport, but
Mm-mm.
there's certain things like with basketball and football.
You kind of know who's gonna win.
kind of know.
You kind of have a rough idea.
Yeah, you have, but with baseball, you never know who's going to step up, who's going to melt down, because there's
Mhm.
also a certain amount of pressure that goes into baseball, especially starting pitchers
Right.
that can eat away at their brain. I mean, you look at Corey Kluber, who's had an amazing career, but dude in the postseason has had a rough time.
I really felt bad the other day.
I was appreciative of him finally having his big Cleveland playoff moment.
That's not nice, Bill.
Well,
Squirts pee.
mhm.
Billy Bean
Squirts
said that.
pee-pee.
No, Billy Bean actually had a famous quote. I think he's just like, "Yeah, my shit doesn't work in the playoffs." He said something like that.
Yeah, well, because that's when it's gonna be interesting. How it's gonna go? Well, yeah, and Kayla, she is a Braves fan, and she's like, we had no idea they were gonna win last
It's
year.
insane.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
That
was the
crazy.
most out of left field. Pardon the pun.
But was it because they won their division 5 times? This year's 5 times in a row, but 4 times in a row.
Yeah, but like the Braves, like nobody ever has the Braves
Right.
on their radar.
Yeah,
I mean, 95.
but that's
they
how
did, but-
Guardians are too.
Yeah.
Nobody's expecting the Guardians to
Which
do
is why
anything.
I said I was just like, like these are the types of teams that do win the World Series, but dude, we're just running into a buzzsaw. Like those Yankees can mash, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if we get past the Yankees, the Astros are great and the Mariners are great. So it's a tough road.
I know what's crazy is I'm not afraid of either one of them.
Really?
I'm not afraid of either
Oh,
one.
I
of them.
think you're
the
both
Yankees,
really
I think,
good.
are going to win the American League.
All right.
And if the Yankees, honestly, I don't hate the Yankees.
I mean, I hate them because they're the Yankees.
I don't even hate the Yankees because they're the Yankees.
You don't?
I hate the Red Sox. I really hate the Red Sox.
Explain.
Most of my life, they walked around swinging their dicks, and they didn't win anything for 86 years. They were acting like they were the Yankees.
Well, that's Boston. Boston's teams are hard to like.
No, I don't hate the Patriots. I don't hate the Celtics. I don't hate the Bruins.
I hate them both.
I hate the Red Sox.
I hate the Red Sox. I hate the Patriots. I hate.
I wouldn't say that I root for the Celtics, but I never hated the Patriots. I never hated them. I never hated the Bruins. Sorry.
Why do
Sorry,
you
Tom.
apologize?
No, I don't know. You're just kind of like.
Oh no, I'm just.
She doesn't know.
I'm interested.
Just pick a side. Do you
Learning.
do you hate the Red Sox or do you hate the Yankees? Make a decision.
The Red Sox.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
like
He's
for
trying to make
86
up
years,
for
dude.
you because of.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Kayla. This is she hates all the above, and I'm with her.
Yeah. Well, I hate them both, but like I don't even really hate I'm not mad because a team has an owner that spends money. Like I'm not mad at that.
I hate them more for their fans.
Why? They've won 24 World Series championships.
The fans didn't do it, and I don't even count all of them because of why not?
Bullshit. I'm going to tell you why.
I hate
I'm
them.
going to tell you why.
Yeah.
Because going into this, you're like, how do you think we're going to do in the playoffs? Like you're on the team,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
right? I mean, every
But
team,
that's just how-
every city identifies with their team.
right.
It's we. And they're
who has-
champions. They're perennial champions all the
Right,
time.
and that's why I hate them.
No, right. But I don't hate that. It's just like, dude,
No, I hate them.
no, listen.
It's okay to hate them. It's good to hate them.
You have teams like the
And
Athletics.
their fans are racist pieces of shit.
Who,
And we have
Yankees fans?
racist piece of shit fans too. But
Right.
They're different.
I thought we were talking about Red Sox fans for a second.
Oh,
Like,
we're
they're
talking about
racist
both.
pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But no, you have teams like Oakland and like Kansas. Well, even though Kansas City won a World Series somewhat recently, but like, what's
Yeah.
another small market team? The
The
Twins.
Yeah.
Like these teams don't spend money. It's just like, dude, you don't have to own a baseball team. Give it to someone who is going to spend the money. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, why are you going to have it if you're not going to put up the money to compete with these other teams?
Well, then that's why they find another way to compete, like the Guardians have done. Like, I mean, that's the whole point of Moneyball.
I understand.
Yeah.
But once everybody's playing Moneyball, then it's
But not everybody is
everybody's playing Moneyball.
in a way. But they're
even
doing
the
it with
Sox,
different.
The Sox got hired Bill James, the guy that wrote the book.
Mhm.
And then 2 years after Billy Bean brought sabermetrics
Yeah.
to the Oakland Athletics, they won their first World Series title in using sabermetrics
right.
and spending money.
Well, that's what wins the most. But then, I mean, the Braves. That's a bigger market, but they don't have like a huge payroll.
Right, but I mean, I think in recent years, they're both right.
Yeah.
Traditional baseball.
Well, I mean, you want to use the analytics, but you want to have the best guys, and you can use analytics a lot more effectively when you can pay those guys.
right.
So,
Like
it
Kevin
works out.
Youkilis is, I think, the first superstar of the first analytic superstar.
Yeah,
Where he just got on base and it
Yeah.
didn't matter.
didn't matter.
It didn't matter. It doesn't matter if analytics pretty much says, Tommy, get to first base. You know how you can walk to first base for a ball like there
Any
is no
means
difference
necessary.
between a walk and a
Yeah.
base hit.
Yeah, it doesn't
There's
matter.
no difference.
Just be on the
Just get
base.
Yeah.
Just get
The
there.
more you're on the base, the more
Better
the
chances.
better chance you have of winning.
Yeah.
because the more you get on base,
People
the
are gonna playing.
people are gonna hit in runs.
So that's my baseball. I would out of all the sports, I'm a big basketball fan.
Yeah,
I would love to write baseball. I'd love to cover baseball.
yeah.
Love
Well,
it.
there's a lot to cover too,
Yeah.
and that's the thing with football. You have a week off in between, so there's a lot of stuff that becomes important. That's not really important in the long
Right.
run of the season, but for that week, it's huge. And with baseball, they're playing every day, so there's always something new to write about, which
Right.
I think that would be more entertaining for me.
Do you know what
than
I like the most about baseball? And this is
writing-
going to be like such a naive little kid speaking.
Let's
right
hear it.
now. Is like you have 162 games, and over the course of those 162 games, you really start to love these guys.
Oh yeah,
And they become your friends.
there's
In
a
a weird
parasocial
way.
relationship for sure, and that's why.
And they're more accessible.
So I shared this video about when the Guardians. It was Bally Sports put it out there, and it was when a few fans on the Yankees were saying racist things to our rookie
Stephen Kwan.
fielder, and I think he was in right field on that game.
Nah, he was
Stephen
in left.
Kwan.
I think he
Was
was
he
in
in
left.
left?
I think he was in left.
I think he was in right because
Maybe he
Miles
was in
Straw
left.
climbed up and was yelling at him
Right.
back.
You're right.
And it looked like
He was
in
in
right.
right. He was in
Usually
right.
he's playing left now, but that brought the team together. All these fans being pieces of shit made the team come together and go, "Oh, you don't fuck with him without fucking
Yeah.
with all of us."
Yeah.
And it was this badass moment where the dudes climbed up the wall and he's like hanging onto the fence, like being like taking them to task, and it's fucking awesome. And so moments like that are what make you love it. And you get
The
that
team,
more when you play more games like with baseball and basketball, because you get those moments in basketball too. You don't see them as much in football.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So it was a cool thing, and it did really bring the team together, and that's why I'm so pumped for tonight. And hopefully, if they win this game, I think they win it.
You think so? Well, game one's always pivotal.
Yeah.
But I want to get to game two because Bieber's going game two. But
Let's see. I mean, it's going now. Let's see where we're at, because
Where
we're
we
gonna wrap things up here. We've been going for about 50 minutes, which is pretty good. Pretty good.
you know, it'd be fun.
0-0, but we got a runner on second.
Ooh, scoring position.
That is.
Runner in scoring position.
2 outs, but
Who's at the plate?
Naylor. Also, I love how chubby Naylor is.
It's great. I love chubby baseball players.
It's so nice. And he's also so intense and just such a maniac when he makes big plays.
So much
It's awesome.
fun.
His celebrations are fantastic. All right. Thanks for checking out this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. My special, I'm editing it this weekend. I'll have some announcements about that coming soon. Find Tommy on Instagram, Twitter at TommyLC, OnlyFans, Fansly at TommyLC, AJ DeCosmo at
Hello, love.
at AJ DeCosmo on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
That was a really good episode.